Do you have a plug-in at your building?
No, but I will. I'm poor now. Ever since I moved over here, I'm like poor.
We're all poor, son. Fucking comedian. That's just not synonymous with poor.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was Miami rich though.
You were rich in Miami?
I was Miami rich.
Miami's expensive.
I know, but I was Miami rich. That's where I'm from. You know, I know.
So you had a lot of credit card debt, and a nice car, but no place to live.
A nice place to live. A nice place to live. Amenities. Yeah, credit card debt, of course. But cash in hand all the time. Nice car. Hot chick. But Miami rich is LA poor, dude. For a little while.
Are you from Miami?
Yeah. I'm from Miami. Yeah.
Right. So this is your first time out. How long have you been out here now?
6 months. 6 months, man. 6 months.
Congratulations, you made it longer than most.
But I've been coming here ever since 2017.
No shit.
Every year. Yeah, just back and forth. 2017 was the first time I was here, and I loved it. And then in the pandemic, I was supposed to move in 2020. Still came during the pandemic. It was hell out here.
Yeah, dude.
Tents everywhere in Venice. And I still did shows.
The outdoor shows, man. I was playing a milk crate on a basketball court in Venice.
Right.
I was playing a bush. You know, playing a parking lot in fucking Encino, whatever it had to be.
I did a comedy competition in some back parking
lot.
lot.
I was gonna say, did you do a virtual one?
No. I didn't do not one virtual show.
That was the saddest. Shut up. My phone going off. That's so unprofessional of me. Actually, it's my next guest.
What, you gotta?
Where is the studio? Shut up. I gotta.
Please don't tell me it's like somebody cool like Nasia, dude. Like it's just
no, I was doing the show with her last night.
Yeah,
Nasia, have me on the riff. It was a good time. Had way too many whiskeys. Got drunk with my corporate attorney.
Yeah, all right, cool, man. Yeah. I feel bad doing it after her. She's so she's famous, and then you got Dean, this guy. So
she ain't famous. Well, none of us are famous yet.
Well,
we're working on it.
You guys are working. You guys are working, man.
You're working.
Yeah,
I see you doing chocolate sundaes. That's not an easy fucking spot to get.
I didn't do it yet. I just show up. I just show up all the time.
Oh, you?
Do you think about the other Hispanic guy?
Confusing my Latin people from Miami that moved out here.
Yeah, ever since I moved out here.
Oh no, you know what else? I was talking to Jamario McClain the other night. That's what I was.
That's a black guy. Oh, thanks.
Well, I mean, you're cool, so I figured, I'll tell you, two white people, you're certainly more black than you are white.
Yeah, you think so? Fuck,
hell
man.
yeah.
All right, cool. I'll take that.
So will I, man.
But ever since I moved out here to Miami, because I'm Puerto Rican.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah.
My father's from the Dominican Republic. We won't start a fucking war on this.
You're half Dominican?
Yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of here. Wow.
I get the same response from everybody.
And
I told you I was driving a Honda Civic. How fucking Dominican do I need to be?
As well, okay. Do you speak Spanish?
Very little.
So,
my father in English with me. We used to
watch
Sesame Street together.
Right, your father's Dominican, so he wasn't even in your life.
You're not wrong, my friend.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, but I moved over here thinking that it was going to be cool for Puerto Ricans because, Bad Bunny's dating a Jenner or whatever. And I'm just another tall Mexican over here.
Yeah, man, it's all about Mexicans over here.
Yeah, so
I actually had references to growing up Dominican in bits that I had. That I was like, yeah, that's just not going to work anywhere but like New York or Miami. They just die. Like I tried to do it in Texas. Like, yeah, we don't know what those are.
Dominicans.
What kind of Mexican is the Dominican?
Right.
That's what they asked.
Exactly. Have you ever been to DR?
Yeah. It's
cool.
nice out there. Yeah. Hot chicks, nice and warm.
Nice.
Very poor, so I feel like a king.
Yeah.
Like if you have batteries, you're like, holy shit, he's got batteries. He's got fresh water. It's like, wow.
And it's not dangerous, see. That's what I love about DR.
There's always parts. That's the thing I tell people because I like to travel to places that are, not where all the Americans are at, like the typical bullshit, Like the last couple of vacations I went to were at Thailand, Colombia, and Lebanon, Beirut.
Thailand, Colombia, and Lebanon?
Beirut, yeah.
Holy shit.
But that's like, you're like, it's crazy. You're going to fucking Beirut. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to the dangerous part. Like, no one comes to visit the south side of Chicago from overseas. You know what I'm saying? They go to the nice part of Chicago.
Yeah.
They're not going to the fucking hood,
What's the nice part of Beirut?
We're near the American Embassy.
Right.
There's a mall there.
I was about to say, the airport?
There's a Nike town. There's an airport. That's probably the most dangerous fucking part of Beirut.
Right, that's right. That's right. Jesus. All right, well, cool, man. Did we start already?
Yeah, we're in, guys.
Oh, we're already in?
Yeah, I like a rolling start, Dean.
Oh,
I keep it casual. So welcome back, guys. The Ready Set Blow podcast, episode 375, brother.
I'm happy to be here. 375. That's a lot of.
Yeah, dude.
Episodes,
I started
man.
this like 3 months after I started comedy, way back in Boston. It's me and my buddy Chase. We were just bullshitting around my apartment, and it sort of just evolved from there. So there hasn't always been video. That came around episode like 190 something.
Okay.
Back, 5 years ago, you just needed a fucking audio pod that nobody gave a fuck about clips.
Right.
Now it's all about getting fucking clips for real.
Yeah, they got to see our reaction of whatever you say. Like when you say you're
content.
Dominican,
I need to put
they
content
need to
constantly.
See, like that, my
Yeah,
face.
you see my hungover face right now, my puffy eyes.
Yeah, I'm hungover.
Sorry,
too.
the tequila fixes. Thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome, bro. Yeah,
Most guests I bring the gift to, but that's nice of you, man.
Thank you for appreciating that, man. I love giving gifts. And
that's a very Latin thing too. You don't come up, you don't fucking show up to the house empty-handed like an asshole.
Never,
you gotta bring
never.
something, wine,
bring
beer,
chick
dessert.
to look at, you know, something nice.
Yeah, chick for your boy, something.
Right. Something, man. And rarely is it ever like kind of appreciated or remembered. But
Well,
you know,
expected. That's the thing. Like you're not to show up empty-handed.
You're right.
You know, they only remember if you came fucking with nothing. Like what the fuck?
Right. Right.
What is this bullshit? Nothing?
Yeah, for real. So I never show up, and I hold the same type of standard to shows. If I'm booked on a show, I got to bring people.
Oh, nice. See, that'll get you booked again.
Well, that's what I've been going
on. You
on.
seem like a man about the people. I feel like you could put 20 asses in seats at a bringer. You seem like that kind of guy.
I could with some good time, with a good enough time. The last show I did, the first show I did at the Improv a couple weeks ago, I brought 6 people, and I was told the night before.
Nice.
I brought 6 people.
Yeah,
and some that were just in town and just showed up to see me.
I feel like, when my first year, I didn't tell anybody I was doing comedy. I just was going to mics and I was like, I don't want fucking my family or friends.
How long you been doing it?
Almost 7 years.
Okay. Yeah, I'm 5.
No, it can't be 7 years. I'm talking on 2016. Yeah, almost 7 years.
Okay, yeah, I'm 5.
Nice.
And
nice. But like that first year, I didn't tell anybody. I just was like, all right, I got to get fucking decent. Not even decent. I just got to not be fucking weird on stage.
Yeah.
I got to know what to do with my hands. Like, that kind of shit.
That's a smart move.
But then like you bring your friends out and like, oh, happy to support you. But then like, after 5 years, I'm like, man, fucking how many comedy shows I got to go to? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like I see you once every 2 weeks, Randy. What the fuck, bro?
You helped me move once. Why I gotta
stop bringing that shit up?
Yeah, bro.
You picked me up from the airport once in 1996. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, no. Isn't it funny whenever those first timers bring their girlfriends or a date?
Oh, dude.
My God, dude.
I do not bring a girl you're dating to a show unless like she's your main squeeze, because it could go horribly wrong. If you bomb, you'll never see that girl again.
Thank God I'm away from those days.
If you kill and it's just some horrible shit, you might never see that girl again.
Right. Yeah. No, thank God I'm past those days. I could bring whoever I want. My mom saw me at the Improv in Miami like last year, finally, for the first time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, murdered. I did a show with Mark Vieira, who's a friend of mine. Some Puerto Rican show, but knocked it out the park, dude.
Nice.
And my mom was there. For the first time, she was proud of me.
Did she not come for the first time in 5 years because you told her to hang back?
Of course, yeah.
Or she just like never came up? Like
probably both, but she felt like she would be overly supportive. You know how moms are.
That's nice. Yeah.
But the same logic that you just said. The whole first year, man, you just got to go up there and get the balls to do it. So
yeah,
but
I think it was almost 2 years in when my mom first came saw me. So I started in Boston.
But you're from Queens, you said?
Yeah, from Queens, New York. Okay. My family still lives all out there. And I started in Boston. She didn't see me that whole first year. Then about 15 months in, I started going on the road with my buddy Jeff.
Nice.
And we came back and did Bridgeport, the Stress Factory in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Shout out Vinny Brand. And my brother, my sister, and my nephew came up. And I had a couple fucked up bits about both my mom and my sister.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm asking Jeff, like, should I do this? And he's like, yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Of course he said yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But they laughed. They were good sports about it. My nephew thought it was really funny because I gave my sister shit from the stage, breaking her balls or whatever. He's like, you should do that all the time, Uncle Randy.
In real life. Yeah. At home, at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, you can call your sister a dumb cunt at dinner. Like, whoa.
That's funny, man. No, that's the best, dude. I'm so happy with my comedy journey and how it's led me to LA, because there's a glass ceiling in Miami. It's
I was
very small.
What's the scene like? Because I got good buddies. I'm sure you know Cisco, my guy Cisco.
Yeah, he's big homie.
Ricky Cruz. Ricky and I have a fucking crush on him. I love that guy.
Yeah,
I never laugh harder than when I'm hanging out with Ricky Cruz. That guy's fucking so much fun to be around.
Yeah, he's a goat, man. He's a Miami goat.
Oh, is he? He's a legend? I mean, I could tell. I mean, the guy's fucking crushes it.
He's a goat. I got to bring him out here. Now that his kids are all grown. He still doesn't travel too much. And I told him, bro, you should come out here. He doesn't want to do anything.
He used to come out here a bunch, man, because he used to be friends with Ralphie and shit.
He used to live out here downstairs. He has great Ralphie May stories.
Oh my God, bro, he's got 1,000 of them.
Yeah, great Ralphie May stories. One time he told me that Matthew McConaughey owned the building next door. So Ralphie called Ricky downstairs, and they yelled. Ralphie was yelling out the window, as McConaughey's washing one of his cars, because of course he washes his own cars by hand.
Yeah, right. This, in fucking Hollywood in 1999 or whatever, how long ago this was.
right. It's like, McConaughey, your movie sucked. I want a refund. You know,
shit.
Like that's what Ralphie would be yelling. Yeah.
Dude, he was telling me a story about how one day he goes over to Ralphie's house and Kevin Spacey's hanging around. I go, Kevin Spacey? I was like, yeah. I was like, dude, he was fucking huge back then.
Yeah.
He's like, I know, son. He's like, what was he doing at Ralphie's? He's like, probably trying to titty fuck him. You know what I'm saying? He was in the closet back then, but, you know, Ralphie was a cute guy, you know, a little overweight, but, you know, a man with titties.
Yeah. No, Ricky Cruz is great. I want to get him out here one day as soon as I'm, plant my feet down here a little more. But I've been hitting the ground running in LA.
I can tell, man. You've been working your ass off.
Thank you, bro. I'm here now. This is part of it, too. So,
of course,
this is my first podcast.
Oh, no shit.
Here, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
fuck, dude. I love doing this shit, man. I tell everybody, like, I do this as much for me as for the audience because I get a fucking uninterrupted hour with a friend. You know, have a drink, fucking. Now everyone's in their goddamn phone. Obviously, we're too big. Bro, we're both comedians. We both live in LA. I'll see you probably like once every 3 fucking months. That's how busy people are in this town. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I saw you at a show. Then I won't see you for 3 more months. Shit just fucking time flies. So if you're like, hey, you want to come do the podcast? Like, oh, it's an appointment. It's business. I'm like, yeah, it's an excuse to get my friends in the room.
This is the only time to like be cordial and casual and like friend
you
time.
Might blow off like, hey, let's go get drinks. Like, oh yeah, and it never happens. But it's like, hey, come do the podcast. All right, what date? What time? You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta pencil you. I gotta pencil friendships in.
That's how LA is. Our work is our life now. That's great, and that's what the goal is.
For sure, man. That's actually a real fucking blessing, dude. For your job to be something you do for free.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Because we all start out fucking paying money to do comedy, gas money, all this shit to get to gigs. But like, I would still do it just for the fun of it. Like,
me too.
They're handing me money now. It's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I would have done it for chicken wings.
Right. But now, I'm sure you get this position too, where you don't do just anything for free.
Oh, I'll get tight. Motherfuckers cut my time. I'm like, what? Son, I want more time. Like, I'm just getting greedy. Where I was thankful for 2 minutes when I started.
Right.
But what's up with this fucking 20-minute feature bullshit? I want half an hour. You know, I'm like, I'll get fucking greedy about it. You know?
Yeah. I would get $200 for this normally. I'm getting peanuts here. I want 10 more minutes. You know.
Exactly.
Sometimes I'm not at that point now where I run lights. I've never ran lights, but like. Those little shows like that, I'll run lights. Those little shows,
I never did, but I find myself by accident. It's just like, oh, it's a late show. Fuck it, I'm gonna let it rip because they'll show after it. You know, like
right.
You know, it's like, we're wrapping it up. This, fine. But but I gotta watch myself. You know, motherfuckers like, hey man, we want to go home too. Like the bar staff, like we want to fucking get out of here.
Some people have been really pissed that I run the light by 2 minutes, dude. So I just try to keep that as controlled as possible.
Yeah. Well, you gotta know the time and place, right?
Right. Exactly.
You know
exactly.
Like it's some fucking bar shows or whatever.
Right. You got a pizzeria.
And a lot of times the producers will tell you it's like I'll do about 15. Like, oh, okay, about 15. Yeah. But if they're like, hey, 6 minutes, I'm like, all right, I gotta get on my bits.
For sure, man. But yeah, LA is great. Ever since I moved here, haven't been to an airport more times than I've been to LAX, dude. I've already been to LAX. I'm not even exaggerating. Probably 25 times since I moved here. That's more times than I've ever been in my life. Into any airport. Gigs, picking people up.
That's a big move, man. That's how you know someone's a friend when they pick you up at the airport. So
yeah,
that's a real fucking burden to get someone from LAX. Like, what? I gotta go all the way down there and get in that stupid fucking roundabout. Like,
oh my god, you're at least gonna be 30 minutes in. Burbank Airport. I did a flight to Vegas there, where it's a free for all on Southwest. I didn't know.
I don't get their seating policy.
It
just takes 20 minutes longer than every other seating policy. They just fucking start in the back and work forward. Like,
oh man, everyone looks
musical chairs on a goddamn airplane. It's like, fuck this.
Yeah, for real. Like, you have to go, and whoever gets the seat is where you sit. Basically, if no one with respect have taken Southwest before. I feel like everyone running over there. It looked like that Nigerian track star who they just sent over there.
Yeah, no, I'm A3. I'm A6. Right. Fuck. Like, just get on the plane. Shut up.
Yeah, man. But I love LA, and I know everybody moved to Austin.
That's funny. You like me. You came when everyone left. I got here in 2019, right before the pandemic, and everyone fucking bolted in 2020.
Right.
Yeah. And honestly, I like LA a little bit better now that those motherfuckers left. Thin out some of the herd. So, you know what I'm saying? Get rid of some of the dead weight.
Well, dead weight. That's a very. I'll say that very loosely. I ain't say dead weight. Those are some heavy hitters that left, boy.
Well, I'm not talking about Joe Rogan. I'm talking about all the open micers that followed him to fucking Austin.
Let's be clear.
Dude, I know open micers from Boston that moved to Austin, Texas, and I'm like, he's not going to go to an open mic and see you and be like, you're the one.
Yeah, right.
It's never going to happen. Like,
But whatever, that's good enough for them. They're still pursuing.
That's the thing. Like, if it keeps you motivated, fucking do it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, I'll break your balls about it. But if it gets your ass doing something positive, knock yourself out. You know
For sure.
Please.
Especially if it gets you out of your nest hometown.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, especially with comedy, unless you're from LA and New York, you got to leave your hometown at some point. You know, because you have to, like, you can go back to Nashville like fucking Nate Bargatze when you make it. But you got to do a stretch in New York or LA if you're going to get to the top of the mountain.
To anywhere where you want to get as far as comedy. So that's what I love about LA now. I feel like it's a renaissance now. You know?
For sure.
A lot of new legends in the making, including us. You know,
well, that was
I would
like
to
a
say
lot
that
of people that were here
humbly.
for a while.
Yeah.
During and after the pandemic, moved out to like Austin, or they tried Nashville, or tried to move around. But then a lot of the people from outside, like, oh shit, for like a little while there, especially like in 2021. Like, oh, cost of living in LA is reasonable because they froze the rent. So people from other cities moved into LA. So it was like a lot of like a turnover of fresh blood.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
You being one of them,
Yeah.
I'd rather have you out here than some dipshit who grew up out here doing fucking, doing alt comedy. It's like, all right, man, maybe that's funny, but I don't like it at the club. So do your art piece somewhere else.
The art piece. Yeah, man. But I've been coming here for a long time, and I took my move out here very seriously. And then I felt even more justified when all these pandemic refugees from LA moved to Miami during 2020.
A ton of people.
Oh my God, dude!
Yeah, man, and all over Florida. So I know some people that moved to West Palm, Tampa, Fort Lauderdale.
Which welcome, but god damn, they raised the rent up so fucking high.
How is the Miami scene? It's like
small
because I feel like there's a couple good clubs in town, but I also feel like Miami is kind of like LA. Like there's so much to do that to get people out to a comedy show is work.
Yeah, because they have so many things to do, but fun. It's a mix between Vegas and New York, kind of, but only Spanish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of think of Miami as like a fucking Latin Las Vegas.
For sure. Yeah.
A lot of fake tits, fake asses, a lot of money being thrown around. But you got to speak Spanish to really get around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And let me tell you something for you, everyone watching. We pretend not to speak English. Just so you know.
No, you're also lazy as fuck in Miami, son. The service in Miami, real slow. They're on island time, but they're not on an island.
Because the waiter's probably dealing blow on the side, making more money on that, dude.
Yeah, he's serving customers in the bathroom. He can't deal with the bar, too.
Right. Yeah, exactly, man. It's a very cool city. I love the city.
It is.
I love the people. The scene is very small, though. The crowds that you do get are mainly Latin, so you have to kind of pander to that in the city, and the Palmetto's still under construction and all this other stuff.
That's a lot. You've been on the road for a little bit now, so like a lot of the shit you do that's locally basic. You don't realize how much time you lose until you go on the road. Like, oh, none of this shit's gonna play outside of the city. Like,
I always hated it.
Yeah, I'm saying I got to write stuff that's like universally resonates, right? But if I'm talking about the Big Dig or the subway, like the subway in New York City, it's like. There's no subway anywhere else. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Like you talk about something that everybody in the country knows about.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not gonna work in the Bible Belt.
Exactly.
Whatever. So yeah, I've always learned that, and I grew up in New York too a little bit. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. You're in Queens. I lived in Queens. In Kew Gardens. I went to middle school there too, and by Jamaica, Queens, for like a little bit.
Oh yeah, well,
I bounced around a lot.
My zoned high school was in Jamaica, Queens.
Where were you?
My family's from Ridgewood, Queens, but I was supposed to go like if I didn't get into a better school, they just put you in your zone high school,
right?
Which is basically just a fucking penitentiary for juveniles.
Yeah, it's all named by numbers and stuff.
Exactly.
PS 217 over here.
Exactly. PS 88 and IS 77 intermediate school. That's what they call middle school.
Okay,
all
you're right. IS.
Yeah, but my high school was supposed to be Franklin K. Lane, where John Gotti went. But I didn't go there. Thank God I took a test and got into a better school. That school is dangerous. I mean, your metal detectors on the way in and on the way out. You know what I'm saying? They're fucking checking you 2 times.
You know what's messed up? It's so bad that they probably have a picture of him as an alumnist.
Oh my God, he'll be great, dude. Yeah, he's on their Ring of Honor.
They named the hallway after him.
Yeah, here's his suit, his pinky ring, and his gun. They have a little shrine.
The school fight song.
It's just a Godfather theme.
The Sammy the Bull Library.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. I went to a school so bad in Brooklyn where we ended up, which I hated, literally named IS 187.
Wow.
So Let that sink in.
They should have skipped that number the way they skipped 13 on elevators. You know,
Right.
maybe the murder number we should get away from.
Yeah, for real. And here's the kicker. Guess who the mascot was? Like who the school was named after?
What's that?
Krista McAuliffe
Oh no shit.
from the Challenger that blew up. It killed everyone. It was the worst shuttle in NASA history.
It was one of the two that didn't work.
Right. Oh man! Of course, the Puerto Ricans primarily ran that school, man.
Dude, so Miami. Actually, I was gonna bring it up in the news. So I was like, I know he's from Miami, but I'll bring it up now. So apparently, Miami is now the OnlyFans capital of the world. More OnlyFans. I don't know why this comes up on every show of mine, but it's just, I feel like OnlyFans is just a topic that it's kind of like social media. It's just a daily thing now. You know, like I don't, especially in LA. I thought LA, because I have a joke about it. Like I thought LA was like, you know, the OnlyFans model home, but apparently Miami overtook them. Now there's more OnlyFans models living in Miami than any other city in the country.
Well, LA is more professional porn. Miami is amateur porn. Not even. I wouldn't even call that amateur porn. That's like
you call Miami AAA of porn.
The AAA of porn, fuck, negative A- of porn, man. I mean, I have mixed feelings about OnlyFans. They did try to stop the porn stuff, which I commend them
but
for.
Why do they care? Like that's the thing. Like
I mean,
I don't get it. Like we don't want that reputation. It's like your other reputation is for cocaine, Miami. I think naked chicks is better than cocaine. You know?
That's true.
It's a little bit of an upgrade for your image.
yeah, for sure.
It's like wholesome family fun in Miami. No one thinks that. It's fake tits and cocaine.
yeah, for sure. No, I believe it, man. A lot of OnlyFans, but you know, whatever they need to do to pay the rent over there, I don't even care. I like that OnlyFans is doing a comedy channel now. That's pretty dope. They're paying big bucks too.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, we need a new revenue stream that isn't, you know, pornography. So let's get the comedians in here.
Right.
Comedians are literally being homeless is like a step up from being a comic. When you start out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
It's like OnlyFans girls and then comic.
Right.
You know, like it's fucking weird. But it makes sense because if you think about it, like it's just like Twitter, you can show nudity. Fucking, you know, and on Instagram you can't do shit, they'll throw you off. Comics, like if you're gonna be making dirty jokes and shit, like you need something that is okay with that sort of you know, counterculture type thing. Yeah. And OnlyFans, I mean, if you know, people are fucking for money on there, they can certainly take a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. I call it comedy. Whenever
comedy?
Whenever I see one of these comedians on OnlyFans, I heard how much they give too.
What were they giving, son?
Well, they did one in Miami, and they paid a few of my people that I know like 4 racks, bro.
Wow, dude.
For whatever they
Why
do,
the fuck
15,
didn't you
20.
ask me OnlyFans? Listen, I feel like my comedy dovetails nicely. You know what I'm saying? I talk about buttholes on stage. I think we could work something out, OnlyFans.
Yeah, they paid a lot of money, and that was based off of the person who booked their people. She probably got more money.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she probably got more money.
That's crazy.
So they're paying big, but I mean they got the money from all the porn
their
stuff.
CEO made $1 million a day last year.
$1 million a day.
He made $360 million last year.
Holy.
In salary and bonuses.
Well, good for him, man. And you know what? At least they tried to stop the porn
The
stuff.
world's
at least.
biggest pimp, dude. I mean, I'm saying, like that guy figured it out.
Right.
Digital pimping.
Yeah.
is what he did.
I can't wait for the documentary or movie.
It's gotta come.
Well,
I mean,
no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Right.
But they made like fucking 4 movies on WeWork. That stupid office bullshit. Like they made a couple documentaries and a couple scripted series. It's like, yeah, where's the fucking history of OnlyFans?
Yeah, no, it's coming. It's definitely coming. They already did the one off of that the stock market thing.
Oh, the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, no, GameStop.
GameStop. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I saw that it's out.
Yeah, man. So whatever, man. OnlyFans, hit me up, man. I'm trying to do something, trying to get those racks.
Yeah, no shit.
They do like even vlogs and stuff for comics. I'm about to start editing one for a comic to be named. For OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah, but it's a dude also, and it's like just comedy shit.
Big J makes good money on his OnlyFans account.
Bro, they did a whole like award show or some type of Hall of Fame show where they invited with Bert Kreischer and all that. It was, like they're really
roast of Bert Kreischer, yeah.
Yeah, that was sponsored by them.
I edited parts of
for
that too.
Shout out to Mike, man. Mike's in, dude.
Yeah, you guys missed it before that. We weren't rolling yet. These two fucking nerds were talking about cameras and shit. They both went to film school. I don't know shit about these cameras. That's why I paid Mike the money to do this shit.
Yeah, I went to film school. That was my first. Did
you want to be like an actor or something?
No, I wanted to shoot movies, and I kind of got into comedy. Yeah, direct.
Okay.
I kind of got into comedy to write quicker because with comedy, especially stand up, you know what works right away. And,
yeah.
And you have to write good in order to kind of predict what's going to work right away, engage people.
There is an instant feedback to it that is, I feel like, I couldn't imagine being an actor or director and like working for months and putting all this money together and, you know, budget and the fucking and the whole process of putting a movie or film or TV show together. And then you got to wait 7 months for it to go through editing, and then it gets released, and like and you can't hear if anybody likes it. We're like every night we go out, and you know within seconds of telling within a nanosecond of telling the joke whether shit works or not. Like, all right, that sucked. I'll write something new. We're like, oh, that one worked. You're like, like you get the sort of the instant feedback.
Instant. So I've done like a few short films. Mike's knows this experience as well. Putting up your own money as far as budgeting and all that. And actually, my first laugh was at a film festival where they brought up directors to talk about their film and their GoFundMe to get money for the film. And I didn't have nothing out, so I went up and I was like, hey, listen, I don't have a film coming out or anything, but you can donate to my GoFundMe just because I'm broke. And I got a wave of laughter from the theater, like a wave, and I was hooked from right there.
Oh, nice.
You know, so I was like,
I was going to say, like, what got you into it if you wanted to direct? Like, oh, shit, maybe I should be on the other side of this camera.
Yeah, just specifically for the writing purposes.
Okay.
And then since it was so easy because we're our own producer, director, writer on stage, I figured, let me just do this for a little bit and then see how it affects my writing.
But you got the bug. You're like, fuck it.
I got the bug.
Like this. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, you know right away when I'm going to keep doing it.
Exactly.
I feel like.
Yeah, and then the depletion of money, man, because just shooting a short for film school, a 10-minute short, I spent like $4,000 to $5,000.
Dude, that's the thing.
Of my own money.
That's the thing about like making fucking any sort of, you know, film project or movie project or anything like that. Like, I couldn't believe how expensive this shit is.
Super expensive.
Like, fuck. But then you're like, oh, editing, and you got to do this and that, and the equipment. If you don't have the equipment, you got to rent it. You got all the people to pay. I was like, oh fuck it. I guess it adds up pretty quick. You know what I'm saying?
Too,
I guess you got a lot of hands in your fucking pocket when you think about it.
Yeah,
because I'm just me and a microphone. It's like it's like $40 for the mic and $20 for the stand, and I can make it happen.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of bartering in film school. Like, hey, I'll edit for you if you bring out your cameras. My camera, I bought a Red. That's what I got into debt for. It's a very expensive camera.
No, I know Mikey mentioned it before.
Yeah,
I remember that one word about cameras, Mike.
Red. Yeah, and it got me in the Red.
No, because he asked. A few people asked him, "Kevin, do you have a Red?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a few, whatever."
Yeah. So when you own one, yeah, right. It's like having a boat in the film world. God. So people want to use your boat.
Hit you up for it.
Yeah. So I didn't even count that. I spent $4,000 to $5,000 on like crew, renting vans, the actors, the food, and stuff like that. But like everything else was because of bartering. But if I had to rent everything, it would have been way more than 10. Easy.
I know, dude.
So
directing seems like, you know, I've watched like The Offer, you know, the making of The Godfather with Miles Teller.
Oh, I never seen that. It sounds
good,
cool.
really good, yeah. But like, you know, he plays Already, this, you know, famous producer. But, you know, he's working with Francis Ford Coppola, the director, and I'm like, fuck, man, I didn't know the director was like the boss.
Absolutely.
Like every decision is
he's
made by him.
He's the Godfather.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
So false.
Really?
Dude, the director's getting told everything he can do from a budget handed down by the producers and everything.
But I'm
so
saying, but like the day-to-day on the set, like the whole like vibe of the movie is that one guy's vision.
Yeah.
But you can get fired from your project and be replaced the next day
No
as
way.
the director.
I heard good things about that show too, Snowfall.
Oh, Snowfall? I don't know anything about Snowfall.
No, but the money always controls the fucking thing. But like the director, like, you know, the entire vibe of a movie is determined by that guy fucking, you know, his choices.
Yeah, but there's been plenty of movies where the director has also been replaced halfway through
Yeah,
that you don't know
true,
about.
right? Yeah, I guess like
Batman.
Job, right?
Yeah,
They
you
fire
know the big
CEO.
ones.
It's like, yeah, you make the decisions. We hate your decisions. You're fired.
Yeah.
You're performance based like everyone else.
That's true. You have a little more leeway if you get things done on time. Within budget.
Is that how you make it as like a big director? You get things on time and within budget. Like, oh, hire that guy again.
Absolutely. But there's so many things that could go wrong, Mike. Right? There's so many things that go wrong that you just can't help.
And if you can blow the schedule and the budget as long as you make money.
Yeah.
If you make money in the end, it's all forgiven. If you suck a bag of dicks in the end,
right.
I mean, isn't that life?
Yeah, right.
Show me don't tell me about the labor. Show me the baby. You know what I'm saying?
You'll think your actors are your best friends while making the movie, and then once it doesn't get into festivals and they know it's just going to come out, you're like, hey, where'd you go? I thought you followed me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So that's what I was originally in, and now I just love stand up so much, and I will get back into directing eventually.
Well, I think you could do both, but I mean, you know, once you're on stage and you get a fucking big laugh, you're like, all right, I want more of that.
Yeah.
I tell people, man, I was like, dude, I've had plenty of fun times. I did plenty of beautiful women. I've done, all the drugs. Nothing beats killing on stage. It's the best thing. If you ask me what's your favorite moment of the year, it's going to be some laugh I got on stage. Every year, that's the best thing that happened that year. Something I did on stage that got the reaction that I wanted. It's a weird thing. It kind of grabs you. At least it did me.
Yeah. Like that moment that I mentioned with my mom seeing me, that was actually pretty cool. The first time my brother saw me, it was pretty cool in New York. I didn't suck. Thank God I don't suck, bro. Because there's a lot of people. We all
sucked for a little while. You just got better.
Right.
I feel like we all sucked when you start.
Of course.
Even Dave Chappelle, his first set was probably he might have had a good set, but he had some bombs in his life. It's just some face melting. I want to kill myself tonight. Bombs.
Yeah. And thank God I've never had like a huge, real debilitating. Because I've seen things thrown at comics sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I've seen. I thank God I know how to diffuse.
Well, that's the thing. As you get better in comedy, if you don't have a good set, it's like. The way you bomb now is not the way you bombed when you started. Right. I bomb better. Like what I consider a bombing now would have been the best set of my year when I started.
Right.
Like you just get better at having bad sets.
And then people watching may even say that wasn't a bomb.
That's what I'm saying. Like you feel like that's not what I normally do.
Yeah.
But that also wasn't bad compared to the first set I ever did.
1,000%. Yeah. So there's a lot of good comedy moments for sure.
You think you're gonna stay out here? Is this home now?
Yeah, this is home for a while. For sure. I'm gonna stay out here and work. In 6 months, I've already went to Vegas, Oxnard, Ontario, St. Louis.
How you booking all these road shows?
Well, when I first came out here, I had a friend who works at the Haha, or I don't know if you know Jack Jr.
Of course, yeah.
Jack Jr.
Shout out Jack Jr.
Yeah, he went to Miami one time and. He'll tell a different story, but whatever. I'm not going to tell this story. It's one of those stories that I can't really tell.
You tell your story, and he'll tell his.
Right.
Get Jackie on the show. Fucking shout out Jackie.
Yeah. He's a big homie, man. But he came out to Miami. I showed him around, showed him a good time, whatever. And he's like, yo, whenever you're in LA, hit me up. I won't forget you. And then I was like, all right, I might hit you up on that.
I'm gonna hold you to your word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna say it again.
Exactly. No, that's my next point. As soon as I got to LA that same year, he forgot me. And it was okay. You
didn't expect him to, but you remind him, hey, remember me? No? Well, I'm gonna remind you. I'm here now.
Dude, it
was your first lesson of LA. Yeah. That's an LA thing to do.
Yeah. This was pre-COVID, and he treated me like I had COVID. Like he was like, oh yeah, what's up, man? I gotta go. It was during the first Haha festival.
Okay.
And I wanted to go out and just show up, but whatever. He hit me up still when I was in Miami. He was like, hey, can you put on a friend at the Improv? And I just so happened to have a show that day at the Improv because I would co-produce a lot of shows. That's the only club over there in Miami is the Improv, pretty much. Yeah. And we're all fighting for the same crumbs.
Yeah. You guys have to drive. You're on a fucking. Off the Hook, or you're going up to Dania Beach. Like that's the other spots you can get. It's a 3-hour drive.
It's a 3-hour drive. It's literally one thing in Miami, and that's the Improv. And they space it out every few months for producers, purposely. Yeah. So, anyways, he's like, "Hey, my boy's down there," and I said, "All right, cool. I have a show. Tell him to come through. All right, cool. I won't forget this, man." And then he sent over his boy, Trevor Wallace. Before he was Trevor Wallace.
Before he was the biggest shit, before he was drawing the way he draws now, fucking theaters.
Yeah, so this was in 2017. And then I was like, hey, what's up, Trevor? What's up, man? And he came out. It was a black show, too. We had an urban night that night. The same night that I saw somebody threw Q-tips at one of the comedians.
Q-tips?
Yeah, but this particular night.
Brought Q-tips to the comedy shows.
Urban people, I guess.
They stopped by the comedy show on their way back from CVS.
So this particular night was actually just an urban night, and
that means black for the people listening,
right? Black, and then
the white folks,
and then the show before us because we were waiting. We had the 10 o'clock. The 8 o'clock was Brad Williams.
All right,
and he was murdering. He was about to go off. He already got the light. A special guest pop-in that I brought to the manager. I was like, hey, this guy's here. Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow,
just happened to be in town.
Wow, I haven't met Jerry yet. That'd be. I mean, look, obviously I'm a huge fan of Seinfeld. I love Larry David.
Yeah,
but and Jerry's like the king, son. Like he's He probably made more money in comedy than anybody else.
He's a comedy philosopher. I have my gripes about him though. We'll get to that later.
Everybody does, but but I've listened to that like Jerry Seinfeld on comedy. I think
he's a must.
Yeah,
you have to have him instilled into your comedy
philosophy
DNA.
on comedy is dead on.
Comedy DNA, absolutely. So they give Brad Williams a note in his hand. He's like, oh wow, really? Okay, well guys,
I'm not your headliner. You're an actual headliner.
And Jerry just wanted to try a joke that he thought of on the way over to Miami.
Talk about a real comedian. And the fucking guy's got $1 billion, and he's still going to the clubs writing new shit.
Yeah,
saying like, I want to see if this one works. You got 2 minutes for me?
Right.
Like it's fucking crazy thing to do.
So he did about 15 minutes, and then he did 5 minutes of Q&A.
Okay.
In which I wanted to ask him, yo, why don't you ever have Hispanics on your coffee show, bro?
Yo, do you need a Hispanic comic from
halfway through season 5 of Comedians in Cars? I'm like, man, I love this show. But wait a minute, how come they don't got no Hispanics on this?
I know, right? He couldn't get Paul Rodriguez or some shit.
He couldn't get Eddie Easy.
Yeah, Fluffy's ass wasn't available.
Right, they couldn't find
Fluffy can't fit in the Porsche. That's probably why.
You got my joke. You got it. You beat me to the punch. That's why I love you.
Sorry.
I was like, what's up, bro?
There's a fat joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I'm like, bro, you couldn't find a Hummer that Fluffy fit in or something? Yeah, you got me. You got it. There you go. That alley-oop, man. But I didn't ask. I didn't want to like embarrass him. But he was asked this question before because I did the research. On season 6, that's when I stopped watching. Out of like 85 episodes, 3 Hispanics. You ready for them?
Who are they? Yeah.
Melissa Villaseñor.
Okay.
Which we know her.
SNL, yeah.
But to regular people, who's that?
Yeah, she's not like fucking Amy Schumer famous.
Right. Yeah. And shout out to her. I'm not like shitting on her. Louis C.K.
Barely Mexican.
Right. Exactly. You know. Right. And Fred Armisen, who is now embracing his Venezuelanness.
Yeah.
And he did on the show. But that's it. Out of three out of 80 something. And
who are the fucking killer Hispanic comics?
Bro, he could have got George Lopez on. He could have got
George Lopez.
John Leguizamo on. He could have got
I
mean, for God's sake, he had Alec Baldwin on like 3 times. You could have got Mario Lopez, for God's sake. If that's the case.
Yo, son, I'm a huge Mario Lopez fan. Though.
Of course, me too. That's what I'm saying.
Guy doesn't age, dude. He's like a fucking cockroach. The bomb's going to go off, and Mario Lopez will be interviewing people. So.
Right. Yeah. So, whatever. But shout out to Jerry Seinfeld, man. He has a lot of comedy gems that I instill. One of them being, if you're going to be mad, sad, angry, upset, political on stage, just make it entertaining for us.
Yeah.
That's a huge one for me.
Yeah. One of the things that he was, so Jeff actually, in his guest room, he has a fucking mural of Jerry Seinfeld and a bunch of his quotes written on the wall, like that he had some artists do. And one of the quotes that stuck with me is like, he's like, all of my comedy has come from sort of being annoyed or angry about something stupid. He's like, that's fucking dumb. That's annoying. He's like, wait a minute, there's got to be something funny in there. And that's how I kind of write. Like, he's like, why do we do this? Why do we do that? Well, yeah. But it's a great thing. It's like all comedy comes from questioning why things are the way they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we doing it like this?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking like a crazy person?
A lot of people the first year is just, oh, this sucks, and this is how I like to jerk off.
Yeah, but there's got to be a punchline.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it sucks, but how is it funny?
Yeah, they think why it sucks is funny.
Yeah,
that's most people in the first year.
Dude.
And no, that's what we're thinking already. Yeah, we know it's funny. Vapes come in different flavors. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, exactly. What's funny about that? Oh, they're trying to target children with vapes flavored. Yeah, I know. What's funny about that?
What's the punchline?
Right. But whatever. And then they ended to wrap up the story. Jerry Seinfeld says, "What's up to everybody?" He was very gracious. I'm not going to take anything away from him. He was very cool. And then our show goes on. Trevor Wallace ends up murdering. The room. Murdering.
I've told people about. I know Trevor, great guy, very funny comic. Like, I remember, when I first moved here, people, the TikTok was just popping off. People were like, oh, these fucking TikTok stars are getting, headlining road dates and shit. Like, it's like, that's fucked up. And I'm like, well, not all of them. Like Trevor's been going on stage every night for years, and he blew up on TikTok and Reels and YouTube and all that. But he's got an act to back it up. Then there are like these TikTokers who just didn't have an act and were going out on the road
and they
bombing.
Eat dicks.
Yeah, and bombing, and no one ever saw him again live. Mm-hmm. But Trevor's not one of those guys. He's a fucking beast.
Definitely
He's a very funny guy.
Super funny. There's a very few of those guys, those TikTokers or Instagrammers turned stand-ups that make it or that take it serious.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you have to deliver an hour worth of fucking material, son. Like it's not like you could just show your reels on a fucking on a screen. Like, oh, thanks guys, give me 40 grand for the night. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like, you gotta have a whole different fucking live act that people want to see.
It'll work
for you being your character.
It'll work once or twice maybe.
Oh no, you'll get them in the seat once, and then like that fucking sucked. They're never coming back again. Like,
right.
So you'll have a 1 year tour.
You're right, exactly.
Unless you have a fucking act.
So that's what I'm focusing on now, because I feel like during the pandemic, since I've never done a Zoom show, and I'm proud of that.
Thank God, dude. I did 2 and I hated both of them.
Listen, I don't take it away, and I commend you for even trying.
It's a warrior's fucking thing to go do those things, but I just didn't like it, man.
I didn't.
Like, you feel like you're bombing because the sound isn't there, the timing's off. I felt like I was on a fucking conference call. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I liked was the energy of the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, this fucking sitting in my kitchen shit. Go eat a dick, dude. Like,
yeah, absolutely. So I got back into writing sketches and back to like my director roots, and that's how I got into the skit world.
Okay.
So as soon as the pandemic ended, I just did skits that were easier, and that's where I'm really trying to focus on now, man, because that's what is going to sell the tickets, and then I have something to back it up, like what you just mentioned.
That's the thing, dude. The content, like, everyone needs content who's trying to be a creator or in entertainment, because now it's just you have to fucking put 1,000 things up there.
Yeah.
But what you want is to convert the people who like your shit online to come see you live. And that's how you build like a real fan base. They think, oh, I fuck with this guy. Next time he comes in town, I'll check him out, because all the shit online is not what he's doing there. Like, it's a whole different show. Like, they feel like they're getting something new.
Yeah.
And you have to do that. That's what you want to do, convert them into people who buy tickets.
Exactly.
So you get them to spend a ticket. Dude, you get 1 million people to spend $20 on you a year. That's $20 million a year, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you might not get all that, but like,
even
fucking half. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like, if you get 1 million people to spend $20 on you a year, you're fucking cake.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, it's not a lot to. It's not, when you break it down like that, the hurdle's not that high. It's 1 in 300 people.
Absolutely.
So
that's the goal right now. So to wrap up the story about Jack Jr. and them, I came back. Eventually, he remembered, that whatever, and he was like, "Oh, it's cool that you live here now, because I was looking for a videographer to take on the road with me."
That's a big fucking plus, dude. To like, I know a lot of comics who feature comics who got their shot because they were funny, but they also could do like, oh, I could shoot the fucking shows for us.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. So yeah, I got a camera, everything. I'll shoot all the fucking shows.
Yeah.
Send you all the clips, no problem. Like,
bare minimum payment and stage time. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
And we did it. He took me to St. Louis, to Oxnard, to Bakersfield, the Well, to Ontario, to a bunch of different cities, and introduced me to a bunch of different people. But now it's time to stand on my own too. I feel like I don't want to outstay my welcome in certain circles. So
yeah. Well, dude, it's funny. I mean, same thing happened to me. Jeff Dye took me on the road, and I feel like as a comedian, you get your first breaks from other comedians. Like, hey, like another comedian will see you at a show, like a bar show. Hey, that kid's funny. I'll let him do a spot before me at the A Club. Like, oh, that kid's funny. I'll take him on the road. You got free time. Yeah, he's a good hang, and he or she's funny. You're gonna, other comics are gonna want to be around you, guys and gals who are more successful, and they get you exposure to the club managers and the bookers and the agents and everyone else who, like, the gatekeepers and the fucking at the next level.
Did you know that he was watching you when he the first time that he saw you, that he was out?
Dude, the first time I met Jeff, I wasn't even a comedian yet. He came to my apartment.
What?
Yeah, he came to my apartment, and we were just, we became friends because I was friends with the comedian in Boston, my buddy Chase, who was the door guy at Laugh Boston, and he's like, hey, Jeff wants to watch this. There was a fight on, the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And I lived down the block. I was like, yeah, bring him over. And we were bullshitting Chase, and he's like, and Jeff was like, hey, Chase told me you're a big comic. I'm like, oh yeah, I love it. He's like, you're pretty funny, man. Maybe you should quit your job and do this. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like 3 years right there. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I got a real job. Like, I thought it was a pipe. But then I stopped working. He's like, hey man, I heard you fucking quit. I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, you got some free time. Why don't you go on stage? I went on stage and I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. Like this. It finally felt I was doing something. Like I said, I would do it for free for the rest of my life.
So he got you in comedy, not just.
Well, he gave me the confidence to think I could even try.
Wow.
He amongst other people, some other friends of mine, Chase included. But like, yeah, when a professional fucking touring comedian's like, oh, you can do this. I'm like, really?
That's a
all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if your buddies are like, oh, you're funny, but they're garbage, man. It's like, bro, what the fuck do you know about making it in show business? But when somebody who's in show business is like, oh no, you can do this. I'm like, oh, maybe I can do that. Then you give it a shot, and I found out I liked it. You just want to keep going.
Bro, that's like Jeff Gordon jumping in a taxi cab and being like, yo, bro, you should try NASCAR, dude. You don't even know the vouch that you're getting.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
You're like, what?
Jeff Gordon getting in an Uber. It's like, this guy can drive.
Right. Yeah, it's like, bro, you have no idea the voucher you just got.
That's a great analogy.
Holy shit, dude. Wow.
Like,
Nobody's ever told me that. Matter of fact, all my big homies told me to quit. That's the fucked up part about every single one of them.
That's just them breaking your balls, son. You know what I'm saying? When you start out, fuck it. You ain't that funny.
Yeah, all those old guys, they got their confidence like that, I think. All those 20 years, they all, the way that they got their balls was that their big homies told them to quit. They stunk.
Dude, that's one of the things, because I was I don't want to name names, and I forget even where I was, but it was, we were talking about that, like, where, there's comics at the table, and another comic was talking about how a third comic was telling a comic, you should quit.
Yeah.
And they were like, maybe I don't got it. It's like anyone who's in this game who takes somebody else's commentary like you should quit seriously, maybe you should quit, like, because you don't have I feel like you don't have the fortitude to push through. Definitely. Like 1,000 people would tell me to quit. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep trying. If somebody else telling you to quit makes you want to quit, then you should quit.
Right.
Like you should have enough fucking backbone of your own to be like, no, I'm gonna muscle through. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so whenever they ask me in interviews and stuff, what's the best advice I ever got? I say, quit. That's literally
I didn't, and I'm here now.
Exactly. So, yeah, man. So it's been cool, man. And as far as the filming stuff, I've shot a couple specials for like some of my big homies, like Kyle Grooms. I shot him out. He was on the Chappelle show. He looks like a Chappelle guy too. Like,
he looks like a Chappelle guy. What does that mean?
He looks like Dave Chappelle. If he played
like,
Malcolm X.
He looks like a Chappelle guy. Is that a backhanded way to say he's black?
Well, he is.
He looks like he could be a Chappelle guy.
Yeah, he totally is black. But but yeah, he's in Miami too, man. He's another one, 20-year plus guys who really got my foot in the door and kind of gave me confidence. It's the same type of advice as quit.
Dude, that's what I fucking hung on early on, was like comics that more senior than me in Boston I respected, even though I had a terrible set. Like, hey, that one bit, there's something there. Keep working on that. All right, all right. I got some bit that has some fucking nugget of something funny in it. When the rest of this was garbage, like, because usually you're doing fucking 2 a.m. mics, playing for 3 drunk people. It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I doing? But,
are you ever surprised by the famous people that know you or know of you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Who's like their biggest one that you're like, oh my God, this person knows about me or my cast?
Good question. It's actually like people have reached out on Instagram because they know my Instagram.
Okay.
The jokes on the Instagram. So,
yeah, your memes are top notch, dude.
Thank you, dude. I've had people reach out about that, like, shooting me, hitting me up. Like,
your Twitter memes.
Dude, Mario Lopez, actually. He follows me on Twitter. That's probably the biggest, like, that guy knows who the fuck I am. So dude, he asked me if he could repost one of my things. I'm like, Mario, buddy.
Right.
Absolutely. Please, by all means, repost me, bro.
Yeah, man.
That might be the most famous person that follows me is Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez. That's a good flex, dude. I'll take Mario Lopez any day, dude. Oh, wow. Cool. So Mario Lopez, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's not a comedian, but he's big in the entertainment business. Everyone.
And he's cool. And he's a good guy, good father, good man, good entertainer. He's tight. That's a good one. So I asked that because Kyle Grooms, I shot his special.
Okay.
Kyle, I don't know if you might have heard the story. He had like a brain tumor. He almost died. They had to do emergency surgery. Literally everybody donated to his surgery. Dave Chappelle, Amy Schumer, everybody. He got like $200,000 in GoFundMe from all the comedians.
Good. Hopefully he lived.
He did.
Good.
He did. And they did the brain surgery. I shot his special after the brain surgery.
Okay.
And Chance the Rapper reposted the thing that I directed, which
That's
it was about him.
Exactly.
But
but that's the thing. Something like that. It's like, oh shit.
Something like that is like, wow. Some people like see my work and stuff. Like even if it's just directing or I edited this or I shot this,
What do you mean it's your work. You know what I'm saying? Like I like being appreciated for anything I do that is people enjoy. It's the point. Like I want, especially when it's somebody you respect too, right? Like one thing for like a lot of people you don't know to like. It's like, oh great, But like if some colleague, your favorite comic, like Bill Burr walked up, and said, hey, I like that bit. Like, what?
Yeah,
like, can you say that again and say it to my phone? Son? Like I want to record this shit.
Right. Yeah, man. So it's been an incredible journey. I love LA, and I'm not leaving for a while, man. 6 months. I'm blessed to be here, brother. Thank you very much.
We're happy to have you here. Actually, before we get out of here, I want to do a little news. That's what I do at the end of the show.
Okay.
News stories. I'll shoot them at you quick. And we're good on time, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
All right. I actually wanted to bring this up because I got strong opinions about it myself.
Okay.
But it's the article says, doctors say in 10 years' time, humans will be able to live and work until the age of 120.
Why would we want to do that? Working.
What Americans are they looking
reaction. At? It was like, no, they talk about how, like, because of gene therapy and modern medicine, we could live and be healthy into our hundreds. And I'm like, that sounds so exhausting, son.
Yeah.
People be fat like me, dude. What are you talking?
No, Mike, they're not talking about you. Your ass fat. I'm talking about people without diabetes.
Yeah. Well, if they would have add your dream job in the article, I would be like, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, well, I want to be able to work until I'm 120, but I don't want to have to work.
Yeah.
Until I'm 120. It's like, oh, you get to retire at 60, and you could live to 120 comfortably. Like, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take that. But even 120 years, bro, I'm fucking 40 years old now. 3 times this, I'm gonna be fucking wiped, bro. Two times this is enough. If I get to 80, that's plenty for me.
Totally, I agree. But I just want to stick around and see what's going on with these aliens.
Son, I've been watching documentaries. I'm with you on this. I think aliens are fucking real. The question is, have they been here yet?
Yes, of course.
I think they have.
Not only have they been here, but they've
why?
been here.
Yeah, I'm saying, but why? Why would they come to this shithole?
Because we're their toys. They made us almost like
we're like fucking lizards in a jar to them. Like, oh, look, like a pet. You know what I'm saying? Like we're like a fish bowl, just like poking around. You know, you ever have a hamster? You like poking the cage. Like that's what this is.
I think so, man. I think so.
Because like if you can travel like through intergalactic space, you're gonna fucking come here for the Furby and and fucking and genocide. Like this place. You know what? If you're gonna stop by Earth, probably for the drugs. I think the aliens are coming here for the drugs. They're coming here for fentanyl.
Fentanyl, Jesus Christ.
For the whores.
For the whores. Earth's got some good whores.
Oh, for sure.
We gotta be top tier whore.
For sure. The aliens. But if you've seen documentaries, I don't know if you've seen this one that one of the captured kids. They call them kids.
Oh, the little motherfuckers.
Yeah. They turn invisible. But like once they have them, and even if they turn invisible. Yeah. So one time there was a story of some general who says, "Hey, remember you have to take XB2 to see the ocean, or else he's gonna turn invisible again." They love our scenery.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, son.
Yeah.
Earth is beautiful.
Earth is super beautiful.
Yeah, I will say that. I ain't gonna front.
For sure.
All right, here's another one, and you'll like this. This is very. This could be in Miami. Woman spreads brother's ashes in a packed club pool in Ibiza.
Wow.
Could you imagine? A woman has sparked outrage on social media after she was filmed spreading her brother's ashes into a swimming pool at a nightclub in Ibiza. She shared the post on TikTok and it went viral. The quote was, "Just me sprinkling my brother's ashes about in Ushuaia," which is the name of the club. Bro, could you imagine being at a fucking like a day party in a pool and it just and someone breaks out an urn and just fucking throws ashes everywhere?
Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. And no, in Miami they would have snorted him for sure. 1,000%. In Ibiza,
you're like, yo, what are you doing with all that coke? Throw the coke in the pool. I'll do that shit.
Right. They would have mixed them in with some nice Miami cocaine.
Yeah, crush up some Molly and put them in it.
Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
Also, like, do you think what a weird request? Like, hey, put me in the pool filled with piss and fucking menses in Ibiza. It's like, bro, like you couldn't go in the ocean in Ibiza. Put me in the dirtiest body of water in Ibiza, the nightclub pool.
Oh God, yeah, man, that's
what
crazy.
A weird request.
What? How old was the sister?
I guess they were in their. She looks to be about in their 30s, and she's oh my God, she pulled his ashes out of her fanny pack.
Wow. Well, you know what that tells me about the guy? That he died, probably he deserved to die. However he died, he asked for it.
He had it coming.
For sure, 1,000%.
He had it coming. Well, how would you want to go? Like, what do you want to do with your remains?
I don't really care, bro. I always find it
I'm
weird.
Dead, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna die like some heart thing, for sure.
You have a heart thing?
No, it runs in the family.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like I'm gonna go with the heart thing, but yeah, whatever happens, bro. I don't care. Like you see these people get propped up on these motorcycles. You ever seen that?
That's
shit?
fucking hilarious. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool if you die. Like, hey, do a little weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah,
just make me a marionette and have a party at my house one last weekend.
They put you in your new RAV4.
Yeah.
Put in the turning
Put on the
signal.
auto assist drive and just fucking push me down the road.
Your car just drives forever with your body.
Yeah, with my body, my dead body behind it. Dude, I thought about it. I was like, yo, just fucking throw me in the trash so where I belong. Put me in the dumpster.
The gas lasts as long as your body's decomposed. Yeah, man.
Man.
That's
Dude,
cool, man. I love this, man. This was a fun
appreciate
time.
you doing it, brother. Where can the people find you?
On Instagram, on Dean_Gonzalez. I spell Gonzalez with a number 3 at the end, the E instead of an E, it's a 3.
Because there's a lot of Gonzalez's out there.
Yeah, a lot of Dean Gonzalez's apparently. And then at Latino_Tarantino on TikTok. And then I have a tour coming up, the Afro Latino tour, which we're kicking it off in New York City at the Broadway Comedy Club.
Hell yeah.
On November 9th. The 7 p.m. show or 7:30 p.m. We're going to be in Tampa. We're taking it to Tampa. Me and my boy Tino, who he got famous off of shitting in a bucket in the subway. I don't know if you might have seen this guy before.
Your friend got famous for shitting in a bucket.
Damn,
Bro. I got to step my marketing up.
Right.
I got to start shitting in weird places and get my fame up.
Right. So, yeah, I haven't had my shit in the bucket moment yet, but I will. But he was on Ridiculousness with it and all that. So he's black, but he's Panamanian black.
Okay.
So he just
like
looks
Dominican
like
black.
Right. Where you don't really know.
They don't admit they're black. They say they're Dominican. It's like, yeah, but to Americans, you're black.
Yeah, exactly. So he speaks fluent Spanish, and this is an English show, but we're just doing an Afro-Latino show just to bring everybody. It's a nice niche.
That'll be fun, yeah.
Our names are not headliner names yet, but they will be eventually.
Well, you have to have a hook nowadays to get fucking people in the seat. Dude.
I'm trying to get paid, dude.
Yeah, man.
Especially now with the connects that I make. I got to hit the ground running. I got to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
So we're going to be in Tampa at Side Splitters on...
Fuck yeah, dude. Love that club. Shout out BT.
Yeah? Oh, Brian Thompson. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Great fucking club.
February 4th, and more dates to be added. We're going to have Orlando soon, and of course Miami eventually. But and then in LA, yeah, man, I'm just all around. I like the Lyric Hyperion on Monday. I want to give them a shout out because I've been working there with the camera, and they let me get time guaranteed, and I shoot everybody's stuff. That's in Silver Lake.
Yep.
And then that's it. Just the shout out.
Check them out.
And
Dean Gonzalez, my guy. Thanks for doing it, brother.
Thank you for coming,
Appreciate
man. I did like 80 plugs, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I bring the bottle.
I'm so bad. I don't even plug my own shit. I didn't say my name at the beginning of the podcast. I'm your host, Randy Valero. I didn't say that bullshit.
Well, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can
plug
find
too.
me
I want to know.
obviously at Randy Valero, at Ready Set Blow podcast everywhere. Come see me out. Like I always say every week. If you want to see me on the road, check out my road dates at jeffdye.com. You'll know all my road dates.
Your documentary is going to be Randy Valerio, the Jeff Dye story.
That's my homeboy, man. He's like, he fucking took me on the road. I'm like, yeah, you want to keep coming? Of course.
Shout out to you guys. Man.
But like, subscribe, rate, review, all that bullshit, guys. We love you. Check you next week. Peace.
Thank you, Mike.